All right, what's going on, friends? In this video, I'm going to show you 7 different things that you can check on this Cub Cadet. This is the RZT SX. It's the one that has the steering wheel on it. So I'm going to show you a few things that are really easy to look at if your lawnmower won't start. And there's definitely other things that would be a little more difficult. But all right, first thing we're going to do, real simple, make sure you have gas in it. I mean, super simple, but make sure your tank has fuel in it. And if you have some really old stale fuel, that could maybe be your problem. So I recommend maybe trying to siphon that old crappy fuel out, put some new fuel in it. Now, if you let this sit over the winter and you didn't put no stabilizer in this, that could have clogged up your carburetor. That's something that's going to be really hard to check, but if you did that and your carburetor's all clogged up, you might have to take it to a shop to have somebody look at it. And while we're under here, we can look at our battery. Make sure it is connected tightly. Your positive, which is this red one, your black one, the negative, that's hooked on there real good and tight. We can try to check how many volts are coming off of that battery. Now that doesn't tell me that it's 100% good, but it will give you a good idea. So we could take our multimeter, put it on, like say 200 volts. That should be good, because it says right here in the manual how many volts that should be. Make sure your multimeter is hooked up right. I'll put down in the description this same multimeter I got. Your red lead's going to go on the positive, and the black one's going to go on the negative. And this should read right around 12.7, 12.6, 12.5 if it's 100% fully charged. There, 12.5. Now it says in the manual like right around 12.4, you're about 75%, 12.2, 50%, 12 is 25%. So you might need to charge it if it's a lot lower. And also right down, right off that red wire off your battery, there's probably a 20 amp fuse right there. You might want to pull that fuse and make sure that fuse is not blown. It's kind of a pain to get. If you have some pliers, it might help you pull it out. It sure is not in the best spot. There's a little clip on there you got to push over. And I'll show you what this should look like. All right, right here in the center, there's that little, looks like a little U-shaped metal. If that little U-shaped metal is broken, you probably need a new fuse. You can get this fuse at an auto parts store or Walmart. Really easy to find. Just take that one out and go right to the store and buy one. I think they could put this in a little bit nicer spot. Looks like it's just taped on there. You could probably take that tape off and move it. It's a lot easier to get to. There. Okay. Another thing it can't hurt to check, make sure this plug underneath your seat, make sure that plug is plugged in there. That may be messing you up. Next thing we can check, if you ran out of gas while you were out mowing your lawn, and then you went back to get some more fuel, filled up your fuel tank, and now it won't start, you might need to turn your blades off. If your blades were running and it ran out, I've done this before and I forgot to turn my blades off. So this, pulling that up, is going to have your blades on. So this needs to be down to start your lawnmower. Make sure your spark plugs are plugged in. There is a spark plug right here on this side. Make sure that's plugged in tight. So you can pull it out. Pretty simple. Just make sure that's plugged in. And if you've had your mower for quite a few years and you've never changed your spark plugs, it might not hurt to put a new set of spark plugs in. But there's a spark plug there, and you do have a second one over here. So make sure they're both plugged in real good and tight. While you have your seat up here, there is a sticker right here that's going to show you different parts. It's going to show you your spark plug part number, your air filter part number, your oil filter part number, different baggers, mulching kits, different blades. So in case you didn't know that. All right, last but not least, don't forget when you're trying to start your lawnmower up, you got to have the brake pushed in. If you don't push that brake in, your lawnmower is not going to try to start. I hope one of these really easy things helped you get your lawnmower started. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below, especially if you know something else that somebody out there could be checking if their lawnmower won't start. And hit that subscribe button to help support my channel. And watch one of my other videos I have on this. I plan on making probably about 4 videos on this lawnmower. God bless and have a great summer.